Ask Reddit, what was the most emotional moment in your favorite TV show? You're the smartest guy the first ever met, but you're too stupid to see. He made up his mind 10 minutes ago. In BoJack Horseman Season 3 finale, I think it is, where he's driving down the highway after Sarah Lynn's death, I believe. And he closes his eyes, takes his hands off the wheel and leans his head back, and right before he lets the car go off the road and crash, he slams on the brakes and looks out off the side of the road to see all these horses just running wild and free, and he realizes he wants to keep on living. I'll never forget him. But he forgot me a long time ago. I will wait for you, please. Please forgive me for whatever I do when I don't remember you. That Adventure Time episode breaks me every single time. 8 simple rules. When the actor who played the dad had died and they had to dedicate an episode to the dad's death, obviously all the crying from the other actors were real because they were mourning their co-worker. Through the episode, the daughter hated how "I hate you" was the last words she spoke to him before he died. Then at the end they find his last story for his job, where he writes that every time his kids tell him "I hate you," he actually hears "I love you," because he knows it's just a part of being a good parent. You know what, Uncle Phil? I'ma get through college without him. I'ma get a great job without him. I'ma marry me a beautiful honey. And I'ma have me a whole bunch of kids. I'll be a better father than he ever was. And I sure as hell don't need him for that. 'Cause ain't a damn thing he could ever teach me about how to love my kids. How come he don't want me? Man? When the doctor has to erase Donna memories of him and she begs him not to, even though it means her mind will burn up, because traveling with the doctor is the most special and wonderful thing in the world. Donna was amazing with or without the doctor. I'm not okay. Avatar: The Last Airbender. I know most would say when Iroh was singing to his deceased son. But something really got me when Momo laid down and slept on Appa's footprint. 2 underrated Simpsons moments. When Bart's comet is about to destroy Springfield and everyone crowds into Flanders' shelter. Then they kick him out. He goes up to a hill to die alone, singing "Que sera sera," then the entire town joins him. Having reconsidered, when Homer is about to have open heart surgery and has to say goodbye to Bart and Lisa because he might not make it, he doesn't know what to say. So Lisa whispers in his ear what he should tell Bart, and Bart whispers in his ear what he should say to Lisa. In Scrubs, the series finale, the real finale, when JD looks to what the future holds for him, his friends and family, I fucking cried. FMA Brotherhood, when Mustang is snapping away at Envy after learning he's behind his best friend's murder. I remember crying as a kid when Ash let Butterfree go and be free with all its Butterfree brothers. Woodhouse dying in Archer, and Archer actually missing him. The grave scene where Archer brings him a baggie and says his goodbyes, then it cuts to the screen saying that he's really gone. The end of Gravity Falls. Trunks, I want you to take care of your mother for me. What? Why would I need to take care of Mum? You can do that too. Right, Dad? Dad? That whole scene is incredible and gives me the chills. Either Walter's reaction to Hank's death in Breaking Bad, or Jesse driving through the gates to freedom in the last episode edit. There are far too many to count for Breaking Bad. But these are the others that were also memorable in no particular order. Walt holding Jesse when he is depressed in the drug house after Jane's death, Walt stealing the baby from the house and Skylar screaming and crying, the family knife fight in the kitchen, Walt calling Junior on the phone from the bar and realizing how much his son despises him, the final meeting between Walter and Skylar, when Walter is in the public bathroom changing Holly after he abducted her, Jane's father coming to the house the day she died, when Gus' partner got shot by Hector in front of him, when Mike has to abandon his granddaughter at the park because the police are hot on his tail, when Todd shoots the little boy, when Jesse kills Gail, Walt telling Skylar and Marie that they will never see Hank again. In Avatar, when Zuko finally reunites with Iroh in Book 3. Mr. Robot 3.7 Don't Delete Me. The whole conversation between Angela and Elliot near the end. When Cutthroat Bitch died in House. I ugly cry every time. When Sherlock commits suicide on Sherlock. I knew he wasn't dead. I knew it was all a ruse, so that didn't upset me. It was John's reaction that broke my heart. The ways he said, "He's my friend." Quote, "It was heartbreaking." Martin Freeman is a damn good actor. Totally underrated. Do it for her. Lost. When Sun and Jin die together as the sub fills with water, even though Jin could have saved himself. I loved both of their character arcs so much. I really miss Lost's second place. Not Penny's boat. I was gonna be with you forever. I don't wanna go. Raggedy Man. Good night. I could go on and on. This scene. https youtube.be/vefgalehour20. In The Simpsons, when Homer finds out his mum wasn't dead and she's forced to go on the run again. He tells her not to forget him and she tells him he'll always be a part of her. Homer sits on the roof of his car until night and watches the stars. I have that as the wallpaper on my phone. https i.imager.com/ndnv8oi.png. I love that scene so much. Edit. Those asking for the image, I got it a few years ago from this thread. https www.reddit.com/r/the-simpsons/comments/3freaks/I_reworked_one_my_favorite_into_q6y9q4, where there are several sizes. When Rita is found dead in Dexter, that fucked me up. My name is ASAC Schrader. And you can go fuck yourself. I felt so proud and so devastated. Edit. Fixed quote asterisk. When Ron Swanson realizes he doesn't work with anyone he knows anymore. He went to talk to Leslie about getting a job over lunch. But she never showed up cause she was busy. They became friends again almost immediately after Ron told his story. But it was sad to see Ron all alone. Also rip Lil Sebastian. Courage waving goodbye to his parents after they were launched off a rocket. And then being found and adopted by Muriel at a dumpster. Oh my. You're here all alone. What courage you have. Would you like to come home with me? I'll call you Courage. We'll have a grand time. Star Trek. The Next Generation episode, The Measure of a Man. Picard is defending Android LT. Commander Data's rights as a sentient life form and hits the courtroom with this gem. Your Honor, Starfleet was founded to seek out new life. Well, there it sits. Waiting. Buffy finding her mom's body. The episode of Star Trek TNG where Picard is zapped by a probe and experiences the life of a man on a dying planet. He couldn't accept it at first. He knew he was in Starfleet. But everyone convinced him it was a delusion. He finally gave in and accepted that this was his life. He falls in love, raises a family, and tries to make the best life possible knowing that the planet is doomed. When Picard nears death, he finally snaps out of the experience, and is back on the bridge of the Enterprise. Picard is once again faced with discerning what is reality versus delusion. I have never felt more empathy for a fictional character than in this episode. Edit. I'm sorry for leaving out the most essential part of the story, the flute. Edit 2. Thank you everyone for the Reddit awards. Gold. Etc. I never thought this comment would take off like it did. See, we're not doomed. Sarah Lynn. Sarah Lynn?